Okay, I will call to the council meeting of July 12th, 2023 to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please, Anna.
Duber.
Yeah, here.
Silver. Bilski.
Here.
Klein.
Here.
Kurland.
I will make a motion to excuse Councilmember Lisa Perry from the July 12th, 2023 council meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Bilski, thank you.
I thought it was Mr. Klein.
Okay. Anna, please call roll.
We always welcome feedback.
Funniest joke doesn't mean it's funny.
To turn their little thingies down. Here.
Oh, everyone make sure your thing is turned down a little bit. Okay.
What about yours over there? Sorry. Okay.
Hit it.
Duber.
Yes. What?
Yes. Vincent.
Yes.
Silver.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. I will make a motion to confirm the appointment of Michael Harding as a full-time police officer. Do I have a second? Mr. Duber, Chief.
Thank you, Council President. I present for you this evening for your confirmation is Michael Harding. Michael grew up in Middleburg Heights, Ohio. He attended Padua. After his graduation, he attended Chicago Community College, where he got an associate's degree in criminal justice. He then attended the community college and the police academy in 2015. Started his career in law enforcement in 2015 at Lindale. He then worked for a while at Brantnall, and most recently, in South Russell. Brings a couple things up. I live in South Russell. I don't want to lose a good officer to another department, but in the meantime, I don't want to hold the officer back. And I'd like to make recognition that Chief Rizzo from South Russell is here. He really likes his officer, and he's proud of him, and he actually came for a swearing in for the Orange Police Department. I think that's wonderful. Michael currently has specialized training in crisis intervention, being a field training officer, criminal interdiction, and advanced roadside impairment driving enforcement. He enjoys outdoors, camping, and kayaking, and I'm going to allow him to introduce all his friends and family members that are here.
My mother, Mary, my father, Chris, my girlfriend, Chrissy, my coworker, Kaylee. Behind her, my other sister, Emily, my brother, Kevin, his wife, Kate, my other brother, Steve.
Welcome.
Council President,
Okay. Mayor? I'm sorry. We have to call roll. Sorry. Anna, please call roll.
Duber.
Yes.
Vincent.
Yes.
Silver.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Okay. Now the mayor will do the swearing in.
Anyone who wants to take pictures is welcome to come up, stand around behind anywhere that you get a viewpoint. No one's moving, so then I'll let you. Okay, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michael Harding,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the rules, regulations, and charter of Orange Village,
the rules, regulations, and charter of Orange Village,
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
and I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a full-time police officer of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
full-time police officer of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
during my continuance in said office.
in my continuance as office.
Welcome aboard. Congratulations.
so I get you. No, when you do the oath of office, move them over there so it'll be on camera.
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to Orange Village. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you.
Anna has it.
I don't have a pen.
Did you tell him about the
Copies, one for you to keep. Frame.
name of the little entertainment group we had here? The girls, the singers we had? Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, they love little notes.
Yeah, I know. Don't forget the Pop-Tarts can't get pulled over for speeding in Orange.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
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 Thank you.
Good luck.
I will make a motion to the appointment of Eric Summers as Sergeant of the Orange Village Police Department. Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Duber. Chief?
You. Eric? Eric Summers has been a law enforcement officer since 1999. He joins the Village's Police Department in 2007. Certainly been our detective for the last several years. He's had various assignments within the department, including being a field training officer, teaching rape and aggression defense. He's an OC instructor, high threat CQB instructor, vehicle CQB instructor. Was also assigned as detective in 2020. He does our investigations. Summers has also been a member of our Chagrin Valley SWAT team for numerous years, since 2007. As a SWAT officer, Summers held the position of point man, less lethal impact instructor, chemical munitions instructor, diversionary device instructor, and was assigned as officer in charge of training. He's also held the positions of assistant SWAT team leader, and assistant commander. Summers is currently assigned still with the Valley Enforcement SWAT team. Eric has been married to Nicole for the last 16 years and has 2 children, Ava, who couldn't be with us, and Ethan, who is seated right over there. And of course, the family's rounded out with his faithful German Shepherd, Izzy. In his free time, Eric enjoys being part of his children's sports activities, boating, fishing, traveling with his family, and training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I believe you just got your black belt within the last 2 days. After 12 years. After 12 years, he got his black belt in. When he wants to do something, he sticks to it. He really enjoyed his time being with the Orange Village Police Department, where he says he's met so many great people, from the residents, visitors, co-workers, and leaders. And all have helped Eric become part of the Orange Village Police Department. Your confirmation, please.
All right. I keep skipping that. Anna, please, Anna, please call roll. Thank you.
Duber,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Herland.
Yes. Now the mayor can administer the oath of office.
Oh, so it covers, more covers it.
You're on the whole time.
I state your name. I, Eric Summers. Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States. Park.
discharge my duties as a police sergeant
Discharge my duties as a police sergeant
of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance of said office.
Congratulations.
Before I finish here as well, I'd like to encourage anybody who might be able to stay for Davis somewhere. There he is. Carney instead, but that's, you can be here. We are going to have a resolution for his retirement. Oh, that is wonderful.
Why make all these people stay?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Though we hope you do.
Lieutenant Roberts?
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Doing
You do, Eric. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
very kindly. I'm glad that they're
Congratulations.
changing us over a little bit.
Of all the pictures that I have.
I got one.
Everybody has.
Wait, I didn't get a ticket.
It's not done yet, but I mean, someone has to go and take all the plastic off and then take.
Is that the same thing?
One's to frame. There you go. That's framing. That's good enough.
Aesthetic frame?
Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Awesomeness. Okay. If there are no objections, I'd like to change the agenda and move up the resolution we have here. No one objects? All righty then. Get to my page so I say it the right way. All right, Resolution 2023-3, a resolution honoring Sergeant Damian Davis for his 30 years of service to the Orange Village Police Department. I will, come up in 1 minute. I will make a motion for the passage of Resolution 2023-3. Do I have a second?
Second.
Stacy? I'm sorry, Mrs. Vincent. Can Anna, please call roll? Do that?
Okay. Duber,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Sergeant Davis, can you come up, please?
Are you gonna read it?
I'm going to read it. I'm going to read the resolution to you, and then you can decide whether you want to speak to us ever again. Okay, it's a resolution honoring Sergeant Damian Davis for his service as a member of the Orange Village Police Department. Whereas Sergeant Damian Davis began his tenure with the Orange Village Police Department on August 11th, 1993 as a part-time patrol officer. And whereas joined the Orange Village Fire Department in March of 1996 as a firefighter EMT. And whereas Damian Davis became a full-time officer of the Orange Village Police Department once a position became available on April 15th, 1998. And whereas on January 8th, 2003, Damian Davis was duly promoted to the rank of sergeant for the Orange Village Police Department. And whereas over the course of his career, Sergeant Davis has been instrumental in active shooter training and has recovered tens of thousands of dollars as well as 2 vehicles upon the capture of perpetrators of drug trafficking operations. And whereas this council desires to express its sincere gratitude to Sergeant Damian Davis for his dedicated service to the village of nearly 3 decades. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of Orange Village, County of Cuyahoga, and State of Ohio, that the mayor and council, on behalf of all Orange Village, Ohio, hereby express their sincere gratitude to Sergeant Damian Davis for his public service and dedication to the village, and the clerk of council shall forthwith certify a copy of this resolution and deliver it to Sergeant Damian Davis, that this resolution shall take effect and be enforced from and after the earliest period allowed by law. Do we get to hear from you? Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right, my wife Connie 27 years. My son Dolan, the support of my family and coworkers, it's been an enjoyable ride for 30 years. Not a man's many words. I told Steve Byron, our law director, I would behave myself tonight, so I'm going to. But you really want to
Better in your career. That's all I'm saying.
right. I want to say thank you to everyone in council, the residents of Orange. I really appreciate it. It's been an honor.
Save some cake for the rest of
Yeah.
We're not completely finished, though.
Not,
We're not just losing a sergeant, we're losing a friend. He's been around for a long time, and through thick and thin, made it happen. And on behalf of Orange Village and the council, people that haven't seen it, Damien's already seen it on, when we had a going away last Friday, but in the village, we're presenting him with the service weapon, the sergeant chevrons, the patch of Orange Village Police, and a placard on there that says in recognition of 30 years of distinguished service to the residents of Orange Village. Congratulations on your retirement, July 15, 2023 is his last day.
That's a good idea. Do you want to tell them to? Yeah, that they can have refreshments.
Last Friday.
Yeah. Awesome. Cherish
Nice
that.
item. Great.
well deserved.
You're such a troublemaker.
Piece of emergency break glass.
Right.
There are refreshments for those who don't want to stick out. What? Oh, sorry. Sorry, there's more. Oh.
The union would like to present a plaque to Sergeant Davis. It says, with great honor and recognition for your loyal and dedicated service to the Orange Village Police Department.
Okay. Now you guys know that there's refreshments if you want to be, not have to listen to all of us, but
Save some for us.
save some. And you're welcome to stay if you want to stay. Just putting that out there.
There's big humans behind us. Supposedly.
Ethan might want to stay here.
I hope when I retire, this many people show up for me.
No. Hopefully. Scott, don't be offended. Okay.
I don't know what they're missing.
I'm just going to say, even though Anna's not here to hear, it's okay. Okay. I'd like to call up Scott Bilski, Orange School Board President.
Oh, not one of those people live in the Orange School District.
Very tough act to follow. First off, thank you for having me tonight. It's so nice to be back here, back at home with all of you. It's been a long time, a lot longer since we were all together in person, which I was thinking about on the way here. I know I watched the last meeting and Mrs. Vincent was discussing the permanent improvement levy, and that's why I'm here tonight to share some more details with that, answer any questions you might have. As I suspect, a lot of you maybe have constituents reaching out to you between now and Election Day in November. But a little background on the permanent improvements fund that we have here in the Orange schools. It was created in 2003 with the idea of protecting our general operating fund. And permanent improvements are long-term assets, HVAC, roof, roads, sidewalks, security, vehicles, technology, things that are expected to have a useful life of greater than 5 years that can be purchased out of that. What isn't PI? That would be salaries, wages, benefits, supplies, and general operating expenses that come out of the general operating fund. You may or may not be aware, but Moreland Hills Elementary and that project is 25 years old right now. And a lot of people still refer to it as our new elementary school, which is kind of crazy. So all of us who moved into the district after 1998 have been paying $77 per 100,000 evaluation to pay for the bond debt service for the Moreland Hills Elementary project. There were some other items in there, such as the MUF and the high school and some other capital projects. But everybody, when they make their tax payments in the month of July, this will be the last time you are assessed for that. As a school district, we have a 10-year capital budget, and as we went through all of our expenses that we're anticipating over the next 10 years, it was over $20 million. Our current PI generates right around $1 million a year, so obviously there's a shortfall, and anytime there's a shortfall, it has to come out of the general operating fund. So we have a very interesting situation here, where we have the bond debt that's rolling off from 1998 of $77 per 100,000 evaluation, and we have a unique opportunity where if we ask the voters to reinvest, for lack of a better expression, some of those funds in a permanent improvement, a second permanent improvement here, that will enable us to hopefully pay for most of, if not all, the known expenditures, keeping in mind we always have to protect against the unknown, and at a campus our size, there are a lot of unknowns. But right now, I would say our bones of our buildings are good. We have them assessed on a regular basis, but they are public buildings, and much like our homes, they do have to be renovated, repaired, and updated. So what we are going to ask the voters for in November is a 1.5 mil levy. What's rolling off is 2.2 mils, the $77 per 100,000. The replacement of 1.5 mils equates to $52.50 per 100 evaluation, and the net savings, if you will, to the taxpayers with those two tax issues would be $24.50 per 100,000 evaluation. If we are successful in November, that will raise just over $1.8 million. That, coupled with the 2003 PI levy that is permanent, would give us about $2.8 million, $2.85 million a year, and would allow us to continue to protect our general operating fund. A lot of people have a tough time conceptualizing this. How, if I support this, would my taxes go down? It's the timing here. And that's why we have one shot to do this in November. It's a net tax decrease when the one rolls off, replace it partially with this, and then the taxpayers get to keep some of the money they have been paying. A lot of people ask, how does this affect general operations? You may or may not be aware, we have not gone to the voters for a general operating levy since 2011. Usually those levies are intended to be 3, 4, 5 years tops. It's very likely, based upon our current 5-year forecast, and as you know from the village's finances, investments are actually yielding some income. We're doing a good job of controlling our expenses. It's very likely we will not go to the voters for another 2 or even 3 more years, which would be 15 years in between operating levies, which is unheard of. All of our neighbors in that time will have gone for 2, 3, even 4 of them, and that's totally normal.
Did the tip from Pinecrest help that?
It's hard to say. I think the revenue is pretty close to where we were at before. As a district, I was used to sitting on that side of the table when we were talking about that. But I don't think, what will be more interesting will be what happens with Pinecrest residential. And one of the reasons, I can't say it's all fiscal stewardship, why we have not gone to the voters to ask since 2011. Let's face facts, with all the expansion, especially in Orange, you have Pinecrest, the Lakes of Orange, you have Sterling Lakes and Pepper Pike, you have Moreland Commons. People are spending very, very large sums of money in our district and tearing homes down and building homes that are 3, 4 times the size. Our tax base has increased by 25% approximately in the last 10 years.
Wow.
It's crazy. I believe our
Commercial?
just the residential side has, we've gone from about $1 billion to $1.25 billion taxable. So keeping in mind that the full freight is not taxable. So, and part of the big value proposition is our school system. The majority of our voters do not use the schools. They're either empty nesters or they don't have kids yet. A decent number of the would-be students actually go to private schools, but the schools are a big part of the value proposition for living in our district, whether you live in Orange, Pepper Pike, Moreland Hills, Hunting Valley, Woodmere, parts of Solon, or Warrensville that use our schools. It's a very tough concept to wrap your brain around, the fact that if you vote for this, it's a net tax decrease
because most people don't realize what we have that's rolling off because we've been paying for it for 25 years. So, yes. We are looking for endorsements. I know, not yet. I know so far I've reached out to the mayors of Orange Village, Moreland Hills, Hunting Valley, Pepper Pike, and Woodmere. Hunting Valley, we're hopefully going to get Mayor Mavick to support us. I just talked with him yesterday. Mayor Mulcahy, Bain, Spencer, and Holbert have all endorsed, and we're starting to make our rounds to the council meetings just because we know as elected officials, a lot of your constituents lean on you, even though it's not a village issue. We're all shareholders in our schools, so it's very likely someone's going to ask, what is this? But it is not operating, has nothing to do with per pupil costs or anything. This is strictly infrastructure. So I will be reaching out to you offline. We'd love to have your support, and your names and reputations and opinions blessing this would certainly go a long way to show our voters that this is a very worthwhile measure.
So if this is not voted on, or if it's voted against, then then the other one will run up and no additional levy funds will be coming in at all.
Correct, so $77 per 100,000 evaluation will be wiped off your tax duplicate.
Yeah.
And as a district, we would have to figure out how we were going to pay for the greater than $20 million of capital expenditures that we know of.
Right.
That could force our hand to potentially go for an earlier operating levy, ask for another PI ask. The timing is perfect right now, where the two together, one coming off, one coming on, is a net decrease. They're not related items. It's just strictly the timing. But if we were to ask for this in next calendar year, it would be an increase because...
Use, right?
I mean, it's similar. I mean, this was construction of the Moreland Hills Elementary, which is a long-term asset, the MUF, so, I mean, similar type of items there. Any other questions about this or any other school-related items? I know Mrs. Vincent does a very nice job of keeping you abreast of what's going on in the schools. Yes.
20 million estimated expenditures in the near term. Like, what is the time horizon over which you think that will have to be spent?
So right now, I don't want to steal your thunder.
Go right ahead, I don't plan on.
We're working on the high school renovations, the re-roofing, the second floor of the academic wing. First floor, they were down to studs and putting new drywall and everything, new furniture in all of our classrooms. Next summer, they'll do the second floor and the basement. Our high school classrooms have not been touched for decades. I venture to say for Orange graduates, they probably did not look a whole lot different than when you were there. There are a lot of things in stages. We're constantly assessing, at the end of the winter, how the roofs held up, how are the HVAC systems there. It's a living, breathing document, this 10-year capital budget.
Okay.
And there again, we have a lot of unexpecteds that pop up, much like you have in the village as well. So.
Okay.
But generally, the feedback's been very positive. I think the district has shown, much like the village, we're good fiscal stewards. We spend money well. We don't go to the taxpayers unless there's a very good reason. But this is just a very interesting time to actually ask for some additional support, and the two would be a net decrease. Any other questions or anything?
You will be seeing the minutes. All right.
Any of you come up with any other questions at any other point, you know how to find me. Otherwise, I will be in contact for you and with you, and hopefully secure your endorsements as well.
Thanks.
Very good.
Thank you for coming tonight and sharing with us this important information that we need to hear and need to share with our constituents.
My pleasure. And a lot of people don't realize almost 60% of our taxes go to the schools. So it's a...
Remind them.
I remind them as well. So, thank you for having me. Nice to see all of you again.
Thank you.
You can go for refreshments now.
Okay, I will make a motion to award the contract for street striping for 2023 to JD Striping and Service, Inc., at a cost not to exceed $24,966. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Zugan, do you want to come up and tell us about this?
This year's striping, we went out to 4 bidders. We had one that responded that they weren't going to bid. The other one, we got nothing. The next bid, we only received a 2, was about $700 more than this one. JD Striping has done our striping in the village for a number of years. Good company. to have it awarded this year's street striping program.
Any questions? No? Okay. Anna, please call roll.
Duber. Vincent.
Yes.
Silver. Bilski.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. I will make a motion to approve the special council meeting minutes of June 7th, 2023. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments, changes? No? Okay. Anna, please call roll.
Duber.
Yes.
Vincent.
Yes.
Silver.
Abstain.
Bilski.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. I will make a motion to approve the council meeting minutes of June 14th, 2023. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Are there any comments or changes? No? Anna, please call roll.
Duber.
Yes.
Vincent.
Yes.
Silver.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Okay. I will make a motion to approve the treasurer's report for May 2023. Thank you. Mrs. Cavender?
Evening. Okay, the cash account summary for May shows our cash balance of $14,471,000. And you have a summary showing our May revenues for all funds of $1,655,000 and our May expenditures of $1,093,000. And you have the line item for the general fund. We're at 5/12 of the year, 41% of the year. And nothing earth-shattering. There was a few timing differences and the reclassification of the H funds, but that's all that was noted on your reports.
Okay. And please call roll.
Duber.
I have a
Oh,
quick question. As it pertains to the H funds, I assume that those are available for us to look at individually to see the sources of those and what they're being contributed.
Yeah, the building department has a file for all of it. They have spreadsheets for all of it, and then around twice a year I do an audit of it and make sure I balance everything out and everything is in the proper account and coded correctly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Anna, please call roll.
Duber.
Yes.
Vincent.
Yes.
Silver.
Yes.
Bilski. Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. I will make a motion to approve the tax administrator's report for May 2023. Do I have a second? Thank you. Mr. Silver. Okay, Mrs. Cavender.
Tax administrator's report, you'll see the gross taxes that were collected from all sources for the month of May was $1,051,000, which is about $84,000 higher than May of 2022. And year-to-date, we're at about $298,000 higher than where we were in 2022 year-to-date. You have the flow chart showing the trends analysis, and we also received the retainage, which regional income tax charges us 3% a fee for the operating costs, and then once a year, they do an analysis of their total cost of operations, and then the communities, generally, we get a refund. Some communities might owe some money, but we get a refund, and if you can see the trend at the bottom. So this year's refund was higher than 2022, and the cost of operations are just under 1% of collections. So I have that for you as well.
Okay. Anna, please call roll.
Duber. Vincent. Silver.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Okay, it's time for a discussion of the bills to be paid in the month of July in the amount of $527,743 and additional June expenses in the amount of $502,000 and $163.83. Are there any comments, questions?
I had two questions. One, I assume that the bills being paid to North Star that are specifically assigned to both Pinecrest and the Vitalia, those are coming from deposited H funds? But the funds are already on deposit for that?
Correct.
Okay. And the other question that I had to do with, there's a a small invoice, or there's an invoice for Lakes of Orange to Singerman Mills. What's going on at Lakes of Orange that they had to do something with?
You have miscellaneous things happening, and it may have been related to the road. What have they had going on over there? I had to talk to somebody about the drainage into the lake.
Oh, it's $84.
Yeah.
No, it's a small, I just wondered, in case somebody asks me about it.
I think I probably talked to somebody about the drainage issue, that there's an allegation that people have been not. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Not keeping track of the.
where the dirt's coming from.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right, audience comments related to agenda items. Are there any comments? Nope. Okay, old business of pending legislation and motions, we have none. New business and consideration of ordinance 2023-10, an ordinance accepting the donation of certain real property known as vacant land, Pike Drive, permanent parcel number 901-29-015, and authorizing the mayor to take such actions as are necessary for the village to obtain ownerships of said property and declaring an emergency. First reading. Are we asking?
Could I just let council know that in the audience in the back is Dr. Alice Schottenstein, who lives on Pike Drive, and has enjoyed the comfort and pleasure of having a vacant lot next to her that she owns, and it is her desire to leave a gift to Orange Village, to have another little sanctuary of green space in a nice location, and she's in the back, and we thank her for her offer.
Awesome. Do you want to suspend? No?
Sure.
All right, then I will make a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance 2023-10. Do I have a second?
Second. Either way.
By the way, it will be kept in perpetuity as green space.
Okay. Any questions? No? All right, Anna, please call roll on the suspension.
Zuber? Vincent?
Thank you for your generosity, yes.
Silver?
Yes.
Bilski?
Yes.
Klein?
Thank you for enhancing our village with additional green space. Yes.
Kurland?
Yes. I will now make a motion for the passage of ordinance 2023-10. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Anna, please call roll.
Real quick, is there any reason to not vote for this? I mean, is there any downside?
The only downside is that you're taking a piece of developable, buildable lot and you're taking it off the tax rolls.
Okay.
And you have to take care of it.
Didn't think so.
It's going to give a place for the deer to hang out besides my yard, maybe.
Send the turkey over.
Yeah, send the turkeys over. Okay, Anna, please call roll.
Zuber? Vincent? Silver?
Yes.
Bilski?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Kurland?
Yes, and thank you very much, Dr. Johnstein. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Ordinance 2023-11, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an access and asset transfer agreement with the city of Solon for the construction of a water main in Orange Village in the Miles Road right-of-way. First reading. And it needs to be referred to the Planning and Zoning Commission, so I will refer ordinance 2023-11 to Planning and Zoning Commission. Do anything else? No?
Yeah!
Hey.
If all these steps fall in place, they plan to start in 2024.
Can you explain in layman terms what this is saying?
Sure. What's happening here, the deal is that we are giving them consent to construct the water line in Orange Village. It'll be a Solon contractor that will be responsible for meeting the Cleveland standards for the water line. We will then accept the ownership of the line when they've completed it, and then we'll hand it right over to Cleveland, who will maintain it. And in 50 or 100 years, they will replace it under our existing relationship with Cleveland.
It'll be on the Orange Village side of Miles Road. So when the construction happens, it'll be fairly disruptive, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Why are they doing it this way as opposed
Well,
to?
it may be less disruptive than having the water line blow out every 3 months.
They didn't have room, right? There are too many utilities on their side?
Correct, certainly. I mean, for them to be able to construct it on their side, basically, they would be running high-pressure temporary water mains above ground, put it back. The only location they could put it on their side is in the exact same location that it's at. Okay. So,
That works.
solution to be able to construct it and keep the existing one under operation until this one is actually in place.
Will we have any operational responsibility for it once it's in, or it's all Cleveland?
Water.
Cleveland.
In Water Department.
Do hydrants. Under our current deal with Cleveland, we do hydrants. And we pay a
Yes,
flat
we
rate
do.
on that?
We do.
Or per hydrant?
For a hydrant.
Yeah.
We pay a fee, but they're still serviced and maintained by West
We're not hearing anything you're saying, I mean, on the record, just so you know. If we're talking more, they gotta come up. All right, just saying. All right.
Thank you, Ms.
They're maintained by, you're saying they're maintained by Cleveland Water?
Yeah, the
The hy-
entire water main is going to be maintained by Cleveland Water once we turn it over.
Thank you.
It's referred to planning and zoning, thank you. Okay. Audience comments related to matters which advance the good of the village. Are there any comments from the audience? All right. In that case, Mayor, do you have any comments?
Well, I would just congratulate Sergeant Summers, Officer Harding, and we all wish Sergeant Davis all the best on his retirement. For the second year in a row, Parent Choice Awards, Northeast Ohio Parent Choice Awards, has given Orange Village Park runner-up status for the best playground category. This is
Got
the
first.
second year in a row. I keep trying to
We have to
win,
beat.
and the winner each year has been the Lakewood Park, and the service director says someday he'll build a lake so that we can be just as good as Lakewood. Okay, that's, so that's fun. The branch shipping starts Monday, the 17th. Get your branches out. And then I just want to remind everybody that next Saturday, the 22nd, is our party in the park, beginning at 5:30. And we will be entertained by the Orange High School Band, Notoriety, Magic Show, Petting Zoo, inflatables. Don't we have the Euclid Beach Fire Rocket Ships ride? Yep, you didn't list that. Food trucks and so much more. The evening will end with a fabulous fireworks display, which has been sponsored by Pinecrest. And I look forward to seeing everyone there. If it is bad weather, we are going to do whatever we can inside, have the entertainment in here, and the fireworks will be, we'll have a rain date for that if necessary. But just think nice weather for next Saturday, okay? That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. I just wanted to welcome Officer Harding and congratulate Sergeant Summers, and I'm going to miss Sergeant Davis. And they're not even here to hear me say it. Okay. Mr. Duber? Mr. Silver?
I got an email from a resident, I'm guessing I'm the one with like dogs at the playground.
I got it too.
Oh.
I wrote him back and I said, the dogs are supposed to be on the leash. And he said, yes, they are on the leash, but they shouldn't be on the playground equipment at all. That's what the man asked for. He said he's a resident, he brings his grandkids, and he doesn't like the dogs coming onto the equipment. I don't know if we have a rule against that. I don't know if we want to have a rule against that. What?
I wouldn't want dogs on the equipment if my kids were playing on it. I wouldn't want dogs on the equipment if my kids were playing on the equipment.
So should we put a sign out that says,
Yeah.
hope they don't.
Dogs are welcome. There's plenty of space to run around.
What?
There's plenty of space to run around other than the playground.
Is Mr. Zugan, can you put a sign up there?
No dogs on the equipment specifically?
Well,
Okay.
I don't know. No dogs. Play area.
By the
Good song.
around the play area. Dogs must remain on the grass or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Bob?
Thank you, Bob.
I know.
Have that up by lunchtime tomorrow.
Anything else?
That's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bilski?
No comments. Thank you.
Mr. Klein?
Planning Commission did not meet this past week because of the holiday. We will be meeting next Tuesday. We have kind of a busy agenda with that, number of things upcoming, and finally the project for the gas station is underway. Glad to see that and moving forward. And that's all I've got, other than, again, to congratulate Sergeant Summers and welcome the others to the department, along with thanking Sergeant Davis for his years of service. We will miss him greatly. He was a very recognized force in the village, and thank him.
Thank you. And Mrs. Vincent, remembering that there's cake waiting.
It will still be waiting.
Thing, I don't think, again, we should thank Dr. Schottenstein very much. Who is
Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you, Dr.
Good evening, everyone. I was delighted to have a few minutes to chat with Sergeant Davis at his farewell party last week, but I just want to once again share my gratitude as well for his decades of wonderful service to our community and congratulate him on his next exciting endeavors in Georgia. We know that our loss is the nation's gain as he takes on new challenges to protect and serve. Thanks again to Dr. Schottenstein. And it's time to sort of start thinking about Orange for the Holidays booklet, something that Brent and I have been involved in for the past few years. I'm very grateful to Jesse Fawcett and Pinecrest and Anna for their continued roles in this outstanding effort and offering to our residents. I just wanted to check in with our fellow council people to see if that's something you want to continue this year.
I think it's nice. I think that it's appreciated.
And also invite everybody to help out. It takes a village to put it together, and we welcome any help and support. As Mr. Bilski presented earlier, I'm just going to share a few additional notes about the schools. I'll stay away from the things he talked about. The Kiwanis Rummage Sale is here. It begins tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on the Orange Schools campus. The barns are brimming with treasures. I hope you can find yours and help our Lander Circle Kiwanis continue to support our schools and our community. The board heard from both athletic director and the Boosters Club presidents who gave updates on the continuing alignment and collaboration between all of the schools' athletic programs, as well as the rec program. A second school resource officer, this time from the village of Moreland Hills, was approved. Like the brothers here, it's also a brother group. Well, you guys are cousins, but close. We have.
Is it Todd Bennett's brother?
It is his brother.
Did you see last week in the Screen Valley Times they used a different name? They said it was a different officer that was going to be the school resource officer. Really confused me.
As far as I know, it's his brother, Patrolman Scott Bennett from Moreland Hills. I'll check on that, though, and see if there's anything different. But anyway, we welcome them, and it's going to be wonderful to have a second SRO on the campus. The board also received an update from Cindy Workman, who is the food services director, who discussed the free and reduced lunch program and the shift away from the free lunches that was offered for all during the pandemic. She noted that despite food costs and services going up, there will be no price increase for lunches in the 23-24 school year. And this is a quote from her, they always serve children. They make sure that everybody can eat. So even if somebody doesn't have all of the money in the account that's needed, everybody gets a lunch. They might not get additional snacks. We don't let any kid go hungry. Yeah. An Orange Village resident who has grandchildren in the school and whose focus is on speech pathology and literacy spoke to the board about summer reading requirements and asked that we remind all of the importance of reading during the summer months. This will continue to build on the very important literacy skills for their future. On that note, I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to read to preschoolers at the Orange Rec Touch a Truck program. And I want to thank the Cuyahoga County Library Orange Branch for its role in that and remind everyone that the library is a wonderful resource for books this summer. And I also want to thank Assistant Fire Chief Larry Genova for graciously providing the fire engine sound effects from our own Orange Village fire trucks to coincide with my book about a brave fire engine. A few weeks ago, alumni president John Sangdahl presented to the board a plan for a veterans wall at the schools. It's a beautiful design with 300 veterans' names already gathered. John will be here to present next month, so I'll leave that to him. As I promised I would do when I first ran for council 4 years ago, I love showcasing the wonderful Orange Village residents and all of their accolades. So I have a few I want to share tonight. First, and I know the Singer family is watching, a huge shout out to Brooke Singer, who at the mere age of 21 has already received national attention. She is a fashion designer who has modeled in New York Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week shows, but she's also helped her professional football team, yes, her professional football team, the New York Wolves of the Women's Football Alliance, win a spot in the WFA Division II National Championship being played at the Hall of Fame in Canton on July 21st. Brooke is a kicker for the team. She was selected second team WFA All-American for the 23 season and scored a total of 36 points this season. She was also featured on The American Athlete in a segment that she filmed in Los Angeles, using her platform to inspire young athletes. Brooke played for the Orange Lions varsity team a few years ago. So congratulations to
On the high school football
high school football team.
How many women have we had on the high school?
That I know of. I'm not sure if there were any others, but in the last 5-6 years, yeah. So congratulations to Brooke, and we know she will continue to do amazing things in the future. Second, I would like to congratulate Janie Boyle, a 2019 grad of Orange High School, on her incredible diving career. She is now bringing her talents back home from the University of Texas and will be diving at The Ohio State University for a graduate season this coming year. She will also train to compete for a berth in the 2025 Paris Olympics. And we're so proud she hails from our hometown. Third, I want to congratulate and commend Jamie Morris, who just this past weekend raised more than $77,000 for cancer research, and that amount is still growing. She hosted the charity golf event Hit for Hope, F-O-R-E, for the second year at Beachmont Country Club right here in Orange, with all proceeds going directly to cancer research and helping families who are battling cancer at University Hospital's Seidman Cancer Center. Jamie has been an active golfer throughout high school, and she was inspired by her mom, Dana, and her own battle with cancer. WKYC put together a beautiful, powerful, emotional story about Jamie's efforts, which I encourage you to watch. Donations are still being accepted at Hit for F-O-R-E, Hope, 225 Jackson Drive in Orange Village, if anyone would like to contribute to that. And more information is available at her website, hitforhope.com. And I'm proud to say that I've known Jamie since she was just a young but already gifted elementary school athlete, and I'm just so proud of her. I congratulate Jamie, Dana, Scott, and their entire family on this incredible labor of love and wish them all the very best of health and happiness in the future. Because of our exemplary residents like these individuals and so many others, the past 4 years have been inspirational for me, and I am grateful to have served the amazing people of Orange Village as a member of council. I am honored to have been entrusted to represent them. And that said, I'm humbled to share that I have officially filed my petition with the Board of Elections to continue my tenure on council, and I hope to be reelected so that I may remain your voice, your vision, your collaborator, and your communicator on Orange Village Council. And I look forward to continuing to share with all of you the wonderful sweet slices of all that is Orange for hopefully another 4 years. Thank you, and that concludes my remarks.
All right. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the council meeting of. All right, Anna, please call roll.
Huber. Vincent.
Yes.
Silver. Bilski.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes.